Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Good morning. It is 7 o'clock. I'm Eric Parker. Thanks for tuning in. We begin this morning tracking Tropical Storm Faye and how it could affect your day and your weekend plans. Right now, the storm is to our south. It's not impacting us just yet, but that heavy rain is headed in our direction. Meteorologist Mark Dixon is timing out that tropical storm. So what can we expect today, and when will it arrive?
Hey there, Eric. We're looking at tropical downpours becoming likely by later this afternoon. The main event is this evening and tonight with the heavy, steady rain. And because of the heavy nature, we could see 1 to 2 inches with even higher amounts across western Connecticut. Because of that, we do have a flash flood watch up for the entire state that runs through tonight. Furthermore, we have the threat for wind that could gust 40 to 50 miles an hour, especially along the shoreline. That's where we have tropical storm warnings that are currently in place. So the center of Faye as of 7 o'clock this morning, less than 100 miles to the south of Cape May, New Jersey. The cloud cover's already reached Connecticut, so we're not going to see much in the way of sunshine today. And during the morning, there could be some spotty showers. But again, the main event comes late afternoon this evening and into tonight, as the center of the storm is forecast to make its way near New York City and then up the Hudson Valley, so very near the Connecticut-New York border while we're sleeping tonight. And by early tomorrow morning, it's lifting away from southern New England, so conditions start to improve, at least with regard to Faye, as we head into our Saturday. So from this tropical storm, heavy rain is the biggest concern statewide, especially across western Connecticut. We could get some gusty, perhaps damaging wind, 40 to 50 miles an hour. And as we see with tropical systems, as they move inland with low-level shear, they could produce some isolated, quick spin-up tornadoes. So that's something we're going to be watching closely. Regardless, some damaging wind could be possible, again, especially along coastal Connecticut and southern portions of our state. In the meantime, this morning, early warning pinpoint Doppler is scanning dry. It's warm, it's muggy. Temps here in the 7 o'clock hour between 70 and 75. There's our eye-cam view from Hartford. Again, very limited sunshine, so overcast basically sums up our morning, with rain becoming likely as the day progresses from New Haven as well into Middletown, looking basically cloudy at this point. So again, the leading edge, some spotty showers approaching Long Island, so we'll likely need the umbrellas at a point this morning, but those tropical downpours that will reduce visibility, leading to a concern for poor drainage flooding and as well hydroplaning, those are going to be developing this afternoon and this evening. So again, the Storm Prediction Center has outlined much of Connecticut in that shade of green, but more importantly, that swath of yellow near the shoreline, indicating that threat for that damaging wind later on this evening into the early overnight time frame. So FUTURECAST, I think, underplaying the downpours as we head through the course of the afternoon. They'll become numerous across southern New England. Again, the storm center passes over New York City and up the Hudson Valley later on this evening and tonight. You can kind of see it pinwheeling up across New England. And by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, just some lingering showers that will be tapering off with some clearing taking place thereafter. Then it's going to be hot and humid. Temperatures get close to 90. We have a disturbance from the west that's going to be moving in. That's going to spawn some late day thunderstorms, especially across western and northwest Connecticut by tomorrow evening. So with regard to the rain from Faye, 1 to 2 inches here locally, but do want to draw your attention to the yellows, the oranges, and the reds, say between Route 8 and the New York border. This is where we'll likely see the enhanced threat for that flooding potential, flash flooding later on this evening and tonight. Tomorrow, again, some afternoon thunderstorms, highs near 90, even hotter weather on tap for Sunday. The humidity is going to be around all weekend long, so that means heat index values on Sunday could, say, top out between 95 and 100. Monday of next week, a chance for some afternoon thunderstorms. Tuesday, Wednesday, slightly lower humidity, but still temps well above average, and we could go as high as 95 by Thursday of next week. Could be the hottest weather so far of the year. For shoreline highs this weekend, mid-80s for Saturday and as well from Sunday. That's the very latest early warning forecast.
Mark, thank you. In Old Saybrook, emergency responders are already preparing for Tropical Storm Faye. If needed, Old Saybrook High School will serve as a shelter. Because of the pandemic, cots will be spaced out if needed to follow social distancing guidelines. They'll also have food, water, personal hygiene products, and PPE available there. Turning latest now to the coronavirus in Connecticut, where 101 more people have tested positive over the past day. 5 more COVID-19 patients died, and there are currently 2 more people in the hospital being treated for the virus. Medical workers conducted another 8,000 new tests over the last 24 hours. More college teams will be on the sidelines when students go back on campus this fall. The start of the Northeast Conference season has been pushed back to September 10th at least because of COVID-19. Experts say they will decide eventually if games will resume, but they want to get closer to that date. Both Central Connecticut State University and Sacred Heart play in the NEC. The Ivy League, you'll recall, already canceled its fall sports season. Trinity Health of New England has announced layoffs, including some at St. Francis Hospital in Hartford. The pandemic put a huge financial strain on hospitals as non-COVID patients avoided visits Experts say the $40.6 million St. Francis received in federal stimulus funds will only cover part of that loss. A registered nurse says she's being laid off just days after her furlough was extended.
It's a slap to the face. I feel like here I am ready, to help all these patients out, and I was there until I got furloughed.
St. Fran says they expect the recovery to be gradual. Some people in Enfield are upset over plans to build a huge distribution center on North Maple Street. Opponents say they feel blindsided by their proposal. Last night, the Planning and Zoning Commission held a virtual public hearing. Neighbors shared their concerns about noise and pollution near their homes and a school.
There are other kinds of industrial uses which would fit better. This is not a good fit. It's massive.
Some people are also upset that a traffic impact study was done during quarantine when they say many people were working from home and schools were closed. New this morning, swimming at beaches in the New Haven area has been given the green light once again. People were told to stay out of the water after 2 million gallons of raw sewage leaked into a river, and that river leads to Long Island Sound. It happened earlier this week. Swimming at town beaches in New Haven, West Haven, East Haven, Branford, Guilford, and Madison resumed this morning. Water will continue to be tested in all those places twice a week. Thank you for watching this edition of Eyewitness News Now. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime you want them. Just turn to the Channel 3 app. Thanks for watching. I'm Eric Parker. Have a great day.